we need to enter the DFL Seagate from repair software. Opt-in details, we can see this is a hard drive ID, but COM terminal keep outputting these error messages and cannot stop it. And we can see the family name is AF. Click OK. We enter the software, and then let's check what happens with this pension drive within the DFL Seagate from repair software. Okay, now let's check. Open the working directory so we can find out what has been done on this pension drive. So it's still empty. That means nothing has been done on this drive. So the very first thing we need to is to back up the ROM. Okay, now the ROM backup is starting. Okay, we can see the ROM backup has completed. So we need to generate this unlock ROM here. Okay, this one. And this user is using the old software version, so he needs to update to native to generate unlock ROM for this new AF family. Anyway, we can send the software to us to generate unlock ROM. Please wait a little moment. With the new DFL Seagate from repair software, we have generated this unlock ROM. So now we need to write this unlock ROM. ROM operations, write ROM. And here we need to select this unlock ROM to write. Click OK. We can see the SN number to recognize the correct ROM and unlock ROM. Okay, now we can see the software starts to write this unlock ROM to the pension drive. So let's wait. Okay, now we have written some unlock ROM. Right OK, so we can power off, power on the pension drive. And within the COM terminal, we can see the handshake value to be requested. Now we can try to enter the F3T prompt to make sure the firmware error has been unlocked successfully. We can try to power off, power on. To do this one first. Okay. Send unlock here. Now we enter the software. So for this kind of drive, the very important thing or trick to handle it, to handle the failure, is to grasp the right time to enter the F3T prompt. Otherwise, users get these non-stop error messages. So Let's enter the software first. And let's do this one again. And this is a trick here. And we need to power off. Okay, in order to check this one clearly, we can power on. And my left hand is still pressing the keys, the Ctrl Z, send unlock key, and Ctrl Z. Okay, now we enter the F3T prompt. And at this time, we need to back up the SOS file 35 and 3. This one is very important to back up to avoid this partial sector access issue. Now we can see the software starts to back up. Why I didn't select a higher baud rate? Because if I do that during the conversion from the lower baud rate to higher baud rate, error messages will come out immediately, and users need to wait a long time. So we need to use this method to back up the SOS immediately. Okay, so let's wait. Okay, now we have read the SOS 35, and this is AngelList, so we can now back up this one easily. Export. As AngelList backup is very important, and here we can use this one to back up it. Save OK. After this one, we can see these error messages come out. So right now it's not possible to enter F3T prompt. So we can try to clear. Power off, power on, Ctrl Z, wait for 0. We can try to clear glist and try to reset the smart. Come back to the F3T prompt and regenerate the translator here. Now we need to wait a little bit until the translator regeneration completes. Okay, now we can come here, use the COM mode. Untick the meter cache. Click modify. Power off and power on again. So we are right now regenerating the translator, and then we can check the result. Okay, now we have completed translator regeneration. Let's check for 0 again. Now we can try to check the date error. So 388000. This is the ending part of the data arrow, so let's try to accept it. Okay, so it's not a problem to access the data arrow. Right now we can check the LBA hex, LBA 0 to say if the data is visible or not. Now we can see the data is encrypted. At this time, it's not possible to view the partitions because it's encrypted. So the only thing we need to do is to unlock the firmware error permanently. Let's re-enter the software. So we need to unlock this hard drive permanently to get the partitions visible. Now the software is getting the modules. Here we can see the modules. We need to change the module 40. And here we need to edit the checksum value. E2 we need to change it to E3. Save success. And write ROM, write the original ROM, GGVV, write this one, click OK. Now we can power on the drive again. We can go to the SATA 0. Okay, now we can recover the lost partitions and recover all the lost folders and files. Thank you for watching the video.